marathon. The gang say off. This is crazy. Today we have the Sadge being here. Uh, they're gonna be showing off Ratchet Deadlocked NG plus no LC. Go ahead, take it away.
Órale, ¿cómo
Hello.
andas todos? Hoy vamos a
We are
jugar
so back.
Okay, I'll stop doing the
Estamos de
Spanish intro.
vuelta. Okay.
Okay, so you just heard us. We did Ratchet 1, and now we're doing Ratchet Deadlocked. This is NG plus no LC, and this is gonna be just as fast paced as the other category you just saw. We'll have plenty of time to explain everything. This is like twice the length. So, Mapio, you ready?
I was born ready.
Sweet. Okay. You guys voted for English, and I know it's probably because you want to hear the awesome dialogue. So just for you, chat, I turned on the dialogue, which I usually don't do. All right. I'm gonna count down in Spanish. I'm kidding. 3, 2, 1, go. All right.
Look.
All right. First room is simple. I fired a dual raptors, and the bullets ricochet, and it clears the tutorial room. And I got a little thing that rarely happens. So I'm usually like, my movement usually gets like stopped for like half a second. That didn't happen there. That was cool.
Nice.
So in Ratchet 1, you use the helipack to move really fast. In the 3 sequels that came out, you use the charge boots to move really fast, and you're gonna see that it's just as broken as the helipack is. So, Mapio, if you want to explain how like advanced qualifier is gonna work, because I have to do perfect movement for this.
I mean, you're going to start with the qualifiers that you gotta qualify for. You're not gladiators in the game. We got kidnapped, and now we have to fight. So first qualify. That's a nice air slide, I think his name.
Air swing, and I got everything right. Let's go. Okay.
Literally, my god. Yeah, you get shot. Yeah, you get shot on a fast acceleration speed, I think, and you put your camera options because the ratchet will go neutral or something.
Yes.
I don't really fully know.
The camera
Okay.
options cancels your state basically, and we use that to our advantage. For that mission, I have to do all the movement perfectly. If I mess up even a little bit, I basically lose 10 seconds, and I'll explain why later. You can explain like all of Catacrom. There's like a trillion things happening here.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement, as you can see. Now here, Sadge is going to do a frame perfect trick. He doesn't want the he doesn't want the Landstalker. And instead just move as Ratchet. This takes like 20 seconds or something. Something really massive.
Alright, sweet. Yeah, not a bad Catacrom. A little sloppy, but I will take this.
There can be worse,
Very worse. This game is hard. Like, I mean, I know every speed game is hard, but like, this game's really hard. At least at top level.
You have to lock in during like the 40 minutes you play. There's no breaks except one, which is like the in middle or something.
There's a couple of small breaks, but well, this next level is gonna have one of those said small breaks. But there is one like super big one near the end. So this is Sarathos. So Clank in this game, he's on what the game's hub world is. That's where he is, like lore wise. But of course, they're not going to make Ratchet compete alone. So the choice is either you play the game in co-op with Alpha Clank, or you're given these 2 combat bots, Merc and Green, who you can command to basically do stuff. Feels really interesting that there's 2 games in 2005 where the set main characters expand a little bit, huh? I wonder what other platformer games did that. And every 10 seconds, if you're far away, the bots will respawn next to you, which is why I had to have perfect movement on that one level earlier, and why like some of my movement in later levels will matter. Like I can't mess up too much. All right, you can explain this one because this one's hard.
And here, we go back and we go out of bounds. Or you want to go out of bounds. Yeah, Jasmine is going to the precise. Oh, okay, he made it. He's doing a trick, like infinite jumps. You see the options of the controller. Yeah. He's canceling the squares attack since he's going upwards. So he wants to do it multiple times.
If you grab that ledge perfectly perpendicular, Ratchet will drop it automatically. And I messed up my stick angle a little bit, so I ended up grabbing it like that. But thankfully I recovered it, so yeah, I can take over to commentary for a bit because Mapio like low key like Mapio like he did his first run of this yesterday, but he's doing a great job. I promise. He's doing good at the commentary.
I'm trying.
No, you're doing great, man. So that was an example of the end of the levels at the beginning. I went from behind the arena to get to like this spot over here, which ended the previous mission. And you're gonna see that like 3 more times, I think, throughout this run. This is like one of the only like downtimes you have. I just have to wait for the bot to hack this thing, and then I kill the King Leviathan, and I'm good. Yeah, not a bad run so far.
Yeah.
I like this game.
I do too. 2005
Same.
was blessed. We were blessed in 2005, man.
Go with the year.
This is Chronos. This planet's really hard, but it's also really cool when done correctly. So I'm gonna do an air swing, which, as Mapio did explain earlier, is when you either walk or charge boot into something that hurts Ratchet. You can basically just glide along the horizontal axis, and it looks awesome. And I use that to skip a lot of stuff. So this is gonna be the instance of our first boss fight, Shell Shock. We actually fight him like 3 times on this planet. First time is gonna look cool. It's gonna be something like this jump right here. I fire at him and he's dead. Not dead, but he'll come back another day.
Hard boss fight.
We are playing on the easiest difficulty, so it's definitely hard.
We're overpowered as crap and they're underpowered as crap. Boom, boom, boom.
Max level. Yeah.
It's funny because there's also it on top of playing on the easiest difficulty and on top of playing with overpowered weapons, you also do act tuning, which I find it really funny that every community has a different name for it, but it's basically noob mode.
I actually don't have that activated because the Mac version of Rackman doesn't have that or any options for this game. And setting it up manually is like, look, I can tank the tiny bit of time loss. But it is.
Yeah, you have to shoot two. You have to shoot 2 shots instead of 1. It's so sad.
Yeah, I know. Will I ever recover? Alright. Trying to think. I do this, and this. I think. Yeah, so in this
it's setting up the weapons for the next shell shock, I think.
So one of the mechanics in this game, in this series, is you're able to like tap triangle. If you tap it quickly, you cycle between the last few weapons you equipped. And up your arsenal, they kind of like increase it from the last 2 weapons to the last 3. But then later on, they swap it back to the last 2. So in runs of Up Your Arsenal and Deadlocked specifically, weapon management is really important, and you just gotta like remember like how the game determines like what weapon order to give you. It's not that difficult, but you know. So I have to like stop and think for a moment. It's been like a week or 2 since I've seriously ran this. So. Alright. Right there I did a speed clip. The way the wall is angled with the floor is a bit strange. There's a tiny little space that I was able to utilize, and I got the speed clip on the left side, which is a little bit faster than the right side, so I'm happy. Also, I have to do all that quickly or else I lose 10 seconds because, again, the bot respawns, so. Right now, my BPT, by the way, is a 3946, which is crazy considering I haven't really played this much in the past 2 weeks.
Ace.
Alright, Avenger
Now
turn.
now it's time for the tournament version 2. They are going to come back to the Redstone Station many times.
Yeah, you can explain Avenger if you want, because I gotta focus on adapting to whatever RNG the game gives me.
I mean, yeah, the Avengers, the objective to get the higher rank is to climb in the so-called Tower of Power. That's if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got the bad RNG. So there's 2 attacks that these green enemies can do. There is a ranged attack and a melee attack. And the ranged attack is both faster and easier to set up, but you don't get it as often. So thankfully the melee setup is not that like difficult to do, but it's just like you just feel a little sad. It's like, man, I was expecting this, but I'm still let
RNG
down.
moment.
Yeah. This game does have quite a bit of RNG, but it's usually stuff you can adapt to, and it's pretty much never going to kill your run if you know how to adapt. Whoa, I haven't messed that up in a while.
You can cancel the Leviathan, I think. But I think if you are on the ledge, you can't jump or something.
What? Whoa, I've never seen that. Okay, I have to start this over. They killed those quick.
Unbelievable.
I love this mission. This mission is really weird and random. You have to get an air swing off these turrets, but because you're on such an easy difficulty, your little bots can destroy the turrets and it ruins your air swing. It's very fun.
Thankfully, it's like super rare, and Avenger is pretty much the only level with RNG this like detrimental. So it's now taken the new spot as my least favorite split, even though it's actually still visually really awesome. And now we're on to what was this next level used to be my least favorite split, and now I'd say it's actually pretty cool. This is Char. So kind of like how Ratchet 1 has a snow level that everyone hates, this used to be the most hated level. I wouldn't say it's my most hated level. And let's see if I can pull off cool movement.
Oh.
Beautiful. Oh!
Too bad. You have to be farther to trigger the mission complete.
Okay, cool.
Like there.
Wow.
This planet is one of my least favorites.
Yeah, I used to hate this one too. Okay, here I have to be fast once again because of the bot cycles. This planet used to crash quite a lot, but now with this method that I do, I've never like had that happen. I don't believe in jinxes, by the way, so I'm fine saying all this.
My first Ratchet Deadlocked runs, I got jinxed. Fun fact.
Yeah, this level is like, if you don't do all of that movement like perfectly, yeah, you are gonna absolutely suffer. Because this level has way too many enemies, admittedly. But we got by it. Yeah, that used to be the part where all the runs die, and now as you can see, I made it look like it was, just a walk in the park. Okay, now here a super rare glitch can occur where like the bot just doesn't turn to bulk crank. So I'll know if that happened in just a second.
Interesting.
Whoa, I got... Okay, it didn't happen. Nice, let's go. That was what I was really nervous about. The bots occasionally get a mind of their own and don't behave the way we want them to, but it is rare, so... Oh, crap, I forgot to...
Yeah,
I didn't ping that
you missed
one.
one.
That's okay. It's not a big deal, but... Yeah, I have to make a big mental note.
You hate to say that.
The button.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm gonna do this on my own. I'm gonna pray that the bots kill all the enemies. Oh yeah, by the way, rest in peace, Jim Ward. You saw a Captain Cork robot right there. That's a cheat in the game, and I have it turned on because it's awesome. So you guys liked Orxon and Ratchet 1, right? Well, you're gonna like it in this game too.
Oh yeah, there's 2. That's fine.
Alright, so this first level, I'm gonna assume you actually know how it works or not.
Oh yeah, I think I know. So it's like you have 2 paths to choose in that level, and like
Yes.
no matter which one you pick, the announcer will make fun of you and say, haha, you picked the wrong one, and you go in a massive circle. But if you activate both of them at the same time, then you can just go to the other side and complete the circle.
This is the only unskippable cutscene in the game, by the way, so I know Sly runners are probably ecstatic right now.
That is true.
Or
We hate automatic cutscene skips.
I did a little swag.
Yeah, this is Node Overload. Banger music, which you can probably barely hear over all the weapons, but it's got banger music, trust me.
Like the rest of this game. Okay.
exactly.
Alright, cool.
There's also like you sometimes see like little shockwaves come out. That's called the Ravager, and the Ravager is normally supposed to be super limited. Like it takes minutes to charge up the Ravager, but you can play on a file that just has the Ravager infinitely set up, so you can massively destroy enemies.
And it's
really
not like
quickly.
a hacked file, it's the fact that
Lovely.
like we have an XP overflow on it. There's a runner named Mobius who is like the king of ILs in this game, and because he plays so many ILs, he managed to get like a file with like 1 trillion hours on it, and that file just happened to one day, like the game just gave up and it was like, yeah, you win. Have your Ravager forever. Which was a very pleasant surprise. Alright, here's some more cool movement. I like this movement quite a lot.
Yeah, this is, Chains of Villainy is a
Supernova.
pretty tough one. Yeah, you got to use the. It's funny, you have to use the Supernova, but you have to shoot it just right, just so it like arches the angle so it doesn't hit the balloon or whatever it is. So you have to angle your shots correctly as well.
Thankfully, the movement I do, this is pretty much never a problem. Like the supernova missing, so nice. Alright, after this, we're officially halfway through the run. Wow, I can't believe we're already halfway through. It's like I've gone on a journey with you guys, you know?
This game is fast.
Yeah, but what Ratchet game isn't?
Less than satisfying.
Let's see, Crusader Tournament. I'll let you guys explain it because I don't want to hog the commentary.
You're going to be the to get a higher rank. You are going to be at an exterminator, one of the toughest guys in the station. The ranks.
I'm sure Ukraine would really love this guy. If you don't know your history, that joke will not be that funny. But Reactor is his name. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah. I saw the old cutscenes video of this game, and this guy had a sad background, that backstory, if I recall.
He used to be like a high school teacher, and his like attractive girlfriend like ditched him because of it or something like that.
That girl is Courtney Gears, by the way, the one that she appears in Rock 3.
Yeah, the one with the music that everyone loves.
We get to hear it for like a very brief time in this game, like for like 1 second, because it's in a cutscene that we skip, obviously, at the start.
Yeah, it's very funny whenever you see runners of this game, they go up to Al and then you hear just a brief moment of of the music. It is quite funny.
Yep.
Oh crap. Okay.
What happened to that robot?
An enemy. It got stuck on an enemy. It's a very rare thing that happens. It's a RNG basically, but it's super rare. So like we take the risk, obviously. That or it might have been that I was too far from it when it started to turn to bolt crank. I don't know. It usually doesn't happen, so I'm not that knowledgeable on it. Right now, I'm only 1 minute and 26 behind PB, which is pretty crazy. And now the Valak spell. This is Air Swing Central. This is also where I lost over 15 seconds in my sub 40 run. First mission.
Air Swing Simulator. Ooh.
Yeah, you just air swing to the end. you can actually air swing all the way onto the bolt crank, but it's not very practical because this guy will shoot you, so you gotta throw out a mine, which is unfortunate because it could have opened the way for a super swag strategy. And now onto the Aces competition in Holland. I mean, Space Ace. That was on purpose.
Space Ace, my beloved.
Yeah, this level kind of sucks because the enemies like bounce really far. Like, y'all know those like bouncy balls that you would find in like the store and in school, and they'd make that weird noise, and they were like, they had like a kind of weird rubber texture on them. Yeah, it's like you threw one and it like just hit all of these robots. That's how they behave in this mission. Sometimes they can like, if you're not careful, and you can push them into the like spots that they might not be where you want them to be. Gonna make sure that guy is dead because that guy fooled me in my PB.
I can confirm this mission sucks.
Yeah. Like, it's not hard to complete, it's just if you want to do it optimally and you want to practice, you're gonna realize...
It's annoying.
Yeah, there's no, like, consistency. It's really funny, too, because that spot that I was just at, that's where the next mission starts, and the game says, like, Ratchet needs to kill all the enemies before he can land, and it's like, why? Like, he's not going to, like, half these places anymore.
True.
And boom.
And Ratchet can just kill them.
Another air swing. This one I have to be careful because if I'm not careful, I can go over the asteroid and then none of my square inputs will go through.
True. I was so confused when I did this for the first time.
Alright, and now this is the coolest air swing. Right. Wow, I've never had this type of luck.
Oh, they are all avoiding you. What the fuck?
Yeah, whenever you do these air swings, like, you want to look at the enemies, because on this difficulty, they will just not hurt you at all if you look away. That one, yeah, like I said, like, pretty much all the RNG only loses you a couple seconds at worst, so it's not, like, anything detrimental. It's not gonna, like, turn you off from running this game, but, ooh, I got that little speed boost right there.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, I accidentally pressed square an extra time. Alright, and I'm... Yeah, this is gonna be better than the Valix in my PB. Like, I'm gonna, like, save, like, 10 seconds over to Valix in my PB. Let's go!
Your big time save?
Alright, let me take a sip of my soda. Alright, Planet Torval. So this is the first mission, Seek and Destroy. It's one of those missions where you have the bots do stuff, but this time you actually have to, like, first destroy these Landstalker turrets to reveal these orbs, and then they'll be able to do your favors. And we got a cool little movement route for it. I really like it a lot. I like all the movement that we do in these types of levels. Right here, I'm going to do a strat where I actually will have them, like, kind of multitask. I'll have this bot hack this orb, and the other one hack that orb, and then, yeah. Complete a little
teamwork.
You can explain Seek and Destroy. I'm sure you love this mission.
I like it. We want to destroy 12 of these. We're going. Holy! We want to destroy. That's 6. Nah, that's this guy is the goat. By the way, there's like 2 sets of mines. I don't know what's that.
They're drones.
Drones, yeah. And you have to kill them in two bundles. It was done pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing this game for like 4 years, so I would hope that I don't, you know, mess that up in a marathon run.
Exactly.
Right. Final node right here. The bots usually take like a really long time to turn these nodes, so you're always questioning like, did I mess up like until the last minute? But as I can see right here, I did not.
Yeah, it takes a bit while, but they're so helpful.
Yeah, a lot of people really hate the bots in this run, but nowadays I say like they're really like they are basically a non-issue by this point, except for the very rare glitch on Shard that I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
So, technically, I actually
Oh.
messed up there because I was supposed to wait for the bots to be closer to me before I commanded them to plant these bombs, but like it's not that big a deal. And now we got our tiny little like 15 seconds of auto-scrolling right here.
Can do the most swag thing you can do. And we can escape or something.
Nice. Pretty good Torval. Like, so far, most planets in this run have gone really well. And again, I don't believe in jinxes, so I'm fine saying that out loud. Even though I probably shouldn't be.
Oh.
Most planets. Like, some of them, yeah, where it went wrong, it went pretty bad to the point that I'm over a minute behind. But, like, who cares? Alright. In this level, the weapons cycle, but it's not like a random cycle. Like, for example, the first round will always
Yeah, it's
be,
consistent.
yeah. Every second round, it'll be the flail. Every, like, third round, it'll be the mines, which, by the way, I'm going to plant some mines in random spots, but they'll actually be useful later.
Yeah, they keep their... They still are there from round 3 to round 4.
Yeah.
It's helpful to mash those.
Oh, yeah, and then afterwards, the developer's playing the funniest joke ever by having us defeat these big guys with the tiniest weapon in the game. But of course, in NG+, this is barely an issue. In the any % categories, it's like, okay, yeah, it's kind of annoying when you don't get the strat, because now you're shooting forever and ever. So, we have this.
Big 2 minutes of the scroller.
Yeah, anyone in chat want to, like, you know, you're talking to two big celebrities right here, you know, you could say we're a big deal.
Oh.
You kind of just wait here for 2 minutes. Thankfully, it's like late in the run, so it actually gives you the time to like chill out. Okay, I'm seeing some Ratchet runners in the chat.
I really like those parts.
Yeah. I know Up Your Arsenal had one, but since it was like in the middle of the run, like almost close to the start, like it wasn't as like, you know. There was a point where you would have to do that mission like 5 minutes into the run, and that was horrible. And nobody played the categories that had it. But in this one, it's like, okay, yeah, I actually really like this. You're just gonna sit here and wait.
Yeah, it's like almost close to the end that it is from the start.
I want to reach like my little Sly Cooper like poster thing that I had signed by Kevin Miller, but it's so far. Actually, it's not that far. And that's the game thing off, but I need to flex. What better thing to do during a marathon than flex that you got Kevin Miller to sign something? I actually had him sign 3 things, but I'm not going to show all of them because I'm not that cocky. And I can show you guys my collection of Japanese games. I have like almost all the Japanese Ratchet games. I have Japanese Sly 1. I have Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. What normally happens here, you have to dodge some bombs like over there. I can show you guys my Korean copy of Up Your Arsenal and my singular PAL game, which is Ratchet 3. Alright, chat, what's the best Ratchet and Clank game, and why is it Ratchet 1? Okay, kidding, I'm not gonna...
Damn, I come back and you throw the hottest take ever. That's incredible.
Yeah, there could be
I know, right?
There are some people that would say a Kraken to... I'm kidding. We're all friends here.
I gotta say, Q-Force, that's a pretty good game.
Although
I'm actually going to agree about that. It's a good game.
Thank God, the majority of the call agrees. Let's go.
Although I will say this is definitely my second favorite Ratchet game, at least casually. And for speedrunning, this is probably my favorite Ratchet category. Alright, so now we're getting back into the action. We destroyed the third exterminator, like usual. I just realized I have a tiny bit of my hair like sticking out in like a funny way. Whatever. So this is junk in the jammers. So that turret tank thing that you saw me frame perfectly exit on Catacrom, I can't really do that here. So I gotta destroy these jammers. This mission is actually really hard if you're like a new player, although it's been made easier thanks to the Infinite Ravager. I kind of want to swag out and see if I can do this without using the Infinite Ravager, but the part of me with humility has decided that I'm just going to do what I would do in a normal run, which is to use the Ravager.
Did you know you can sidestep with L2 and R2?
I did not.
One time in a relay race, I was so close to dying on this mission, but I dodged like every single shot expertly, and it was so swag. It was like the biggest aura farm I've had in my life.
Aura farm, wow.
I usually don't care much for these brain rot terms, but aura farm is honestly like one of the coolest. Like, yeah, that is aura.
That's Riz, bro.
Better than a tung 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 sahur. Like, imagine telling like a small Victorian child that tung 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 sahur would be like the next big thing.
I haven't even heard about that.
Me neither.
I don't even know how to
Bingo
explain it to
Bango, my favorite.
Bingo bango.
Alright, so this mission, you gotta have the bots like hack the orbs, and they usually accompany each other because, you know, they're good buddies, but that's slow, so we actually have them like take different paths. It's a little bit faster. The strat is not that hard to do, but it's definitely nerve-wracking, although I've gotten way more confident with it, considering that I wasn't even like thinking when I, hold on. Yes, that's my weapon order, okay. Alright, and now a little quick arena mission, and it's gonna look awesome if I do it right. Aim at the
Don't
corner
think
with the
or you'll
rocket.
miss it.
Snipe. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Hell
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool that you use pretty much every weapon in this game. There's only like 10 weapons, I think, and
Yeah.
all of them are used in the run.
Also,
Even the shield.
yeah, the shield is like used like at the end of the run. Oh yeah, by the way, end of the level's at the beginning.
Oh,
Beautiful.
That was cool.
it's actually, and it's kind of easy
Hmm.
to get to do that.
Alright, so we have this vehicle called the Puma. We're not going to use it. This job is really good because you just get to do a bunch of like improv movement with the charge boots. You just get to do every single like little bit of charge boot movement in the book. Also the fact that I just called it a job.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, but that's Sly. What the fuck?
I used to call the jobs in Sly missions, and now I'm calling... These aren't even called missions, they're called challenges. One time I was explaining how square boosts in Sly 2 work, and I accidentally called Sly Ratchet, so I guess this is the inverse of that. Alright, so right here, we clip through this wall to skip like a ton of gameplay, and then we skip through this, we skip a couple seconds of gameplay, and boom. And then we have a super long arena fight in the next level. We're gonna skip that all with some good movement.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
this time the robots got kidnapped, and we tried to get it back or something.
Dude, I'm actually
Right.
about to gold this. Okay, wait, am I? Yep, I golded by like 1 second.
My god.
That's what we like to see.
Nice, a freaking gold during a marathon run. And I haven't played this game in like 2 weeks. I did a tiny bit of practice like 2 days ago, and that was it. I was like, you know what, I'm not that rusty at it yet. This game like is basically my blood by now. Like every speedrun category I've ever run, this is the one that's like in like that I've just put the most effort into. I told myself I was never gonna submit this to another online marathon again because I'd already done it at so many. But the movement and strats have like evolved so much. Like not in massive ways, but like in terms of little optimizations, everything's gotten so much more consistent. The movement is so much cooler because we use like smaller like bits of tech that you normally wouldn't think to use. And while it doesn't save that much time, it makes the run just so much more fun. And so when Sly Sonic was like, hey, I'm doing this marathon, it's like, you know what? I'm going to submit this because this category's gone from like, I really like this category to, yeah, this is probably my favorite category. Like, I remember telling myself, okay, sub 40, that's going to be like my final goal, and then I'm going to probably retire from this. Then I got sub 40, and I wasn't even popping off that much because it's like, I'm going to come back to this at some point. I can't just not continue when the categories evolve like this now. I want to shout out the world record holder, Robo, in particular, because she's the one that, like, implemented, like, a bunch of these strats that made the run just so much better for me. It's a lot harder, but it's a lot funner, too. I don't know if Mapio feels the same about his category, but his category looked pretty interesting, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so shout out to Robo. She got the sweep of Deadlocked recently.
Yeah, like, I think it was 2 days ago that she got the final world record that she needed, which was all Exterminator cards.
And also finding, like, an hour of time save in the process. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
True. Oh yeah, this is Ace Hardlight. He's hyped up as, like, this big superstar that no one can take down. I just took him down. Also, this is like...
That's a flex.
Okay, this is the penultimate time that you'll see the end of the level being at the start. This is the Ghost Station. Everyone likes this because it's cool. I like it because it's cool.
Yeah.
You can explain all the levels if you want, Mapio and Sly Sonic.
Yeah, the level is at the start. Like, look at that. Two of that, and that's it.
And then here, the final air swing of the game.
It should be like a long. This level should be long, but with the air swing, that sadly was missed. Hold on, second try.
The backup. Hey.
Yeah.
This is the only time that we do it off a barrel rather than an enemy, so in a sense, it's actually the most consistent air swing. That's my partner coming in. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
All
I
right.
made myself a tuna melt sandwich.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, Sadge means doing a bunch of clips through the wall. That saves way too much time.
That area
A
looks
normal
like
amount.
you should be able to go to it in intended gameplay, but you never go to it, which is really interesting. So in a sense, yeah, we are out of bounds. A lot of the out of bounds in this game don't look out of bounds because they're areas that you're only not supposed to access in the respective mission, but you'll access in other like missions.
Would you like a little bite?
I'm good, thank you. And now this is Escape. This is the good hover ship mission.
Yeah, this one is good. This one should be consistent. There's no enemies.
I like the
Kill.
vehicles in
Instead,
this
it's
game.
turrets and noodles power.
The vehicles in this game provide the run a little bit of variety for me. It's like, it's not too many vehicle levels to the point where I'm just thinking like, can I just get back to playing as Ratchet? This part lags a bit, but obviously, you know, I know how to avoid the lag by now. The PS3 versions of like the Ratchet quadrilogy are all like super laggy in spots the PS2 originals weren't. That's a little fun fact for you. And now that's Ghost Station done.
It's time for the last bit of the run with the Dread Zone station. The Dread Zone is on lockdown. We don't want that.
Yeah. And the main difference between this level and all the other ones is it's all a bunch of corridors, so out of bounds is like, we take the out of bounds like from like 7 to 10.
It's the meta.
Alright, so this first one is gonna be a bunch of hyperstacks. This is the most hyperstacks you'll be seeing in the run. So, this is the final time the end of the level is at the beginning. Kind of. I mean, I think the third mission kind of has that, but it's not spiritually the same. It just doesn't have the vibe, you know?
You have to blow up this. There's 3.
There's going to be a slightly difficult mine clip in a moment. I'm obviously going to go for it because why wouldn't I?
Go all in.
Yeah. There is another mine clip that I could have gone for in this level, but I've never like been able to complete it properly with it. It's quite difficult, so gotta be real crazy to go for that one. So here's a speed clip. This is the only strat I've ever found in a Ratchet game.
Oh,
Okay, messed it up once. That's totally fine. I don't care.
This is like one of the hardest parts of the run.
Ooh. Okay, I clipped out successfully, but I did not land back on the platform. Ain't a big deal. It means I have an excuse to try again. Okay, easy.
yeah.
Literally the easiest clip in the world, man. It's easy. It's free. Oh, I almost fell to my death there.
Bit too easy.
Yeah. Wrench SI. Do you do SIs in Rack 1 any percent? I kind of realized we never explained what those are. Those used to be like a staple of Ratchet runs. Now it's like they don't exist.
I don't know. I don't know if I did in my run the slow intercept.
Okay, well,
It's like you intercept with the slope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I messed up
Yeah,
the camera
yeah.
movement there, so the bots went in the wrong directions. That's basically all on me. And now you're gonna get to see this cool like wrench SI where I slide up the slope using the flail, and then I'm gonna clip through a wire, and that's gonna take me near the end of the level. Oh crap! I faced the wrong way, so I died.
Ditch.
Kind of surprised this is the level I'm having the most trouble with, considering how much I've practiced it, but it is kind of the hardest level for a reason, so whatever.
That was good.
Okay, cool, I got it. Nice. And now we're going
Like,
up to the
cool.
final main room. So, if Ratchet Mario wants to get on the timer,
Ain't no way you're calling me Mario.
I was referring to Sly Sonic.
Ah.
If I let that guy on the turret die, by the way, a bunch more enemies spawn. This is like the only final room of the level where like there are enemies that I have to deal with, but they're not that intrusive. This is like the one time we use the shield, so time is coming up soon.
And looking like the final box.
We gotta defeat the famous Gleeman Vox. And I basically hit the one cycle because it's easy. It's not a true one cycle. He's programmed to always go into a second cycle, but we just finish him off the same way we started the run, and that's with the dual raptors.
Oh,
Timing is coming up right
GG.
now.
GG.
I think that was a 42:02. I'll retime that later, maybe, if I care enough. And yeah, that was a Ratchet Deadlock. That's the end of the Ratchet block.
Hell yeah. GG's Sadge Bean, and thank you for Mapios for the commentary. That was a 42:02.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I haven't played this category in like since I got my PB. And it's hard at top level. I'm one of like 5 people to have ever gotten sub 40, so that's my flex. And I know Mapio has 3rd place in his category, so you can kind of say we're big deals in our respective non-Sly games.
Truth.
We're so
But yeah.
gamers.
Yeah, so
That's gonna be it for the Ratchet block. That's the conclusion of the Ratchet block. You guys want to give any shout outs or anything of the matter?
you.
Actually, oh my god, flushed
Yes.
emoji.
Yeah.
Shouts to Slugger.
I like this.
Yeah, that gone too.
Thanks for choosing us. I feel like this was a, not to toot our own horns, but this was a really good set of categories to like choose for a platformer series that's beloved by a similar fan base as Sly. These are definitely
yeah,
my 2
absolutely.
favorite platformer franchises.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank you very much for your runs. Next up, we're going to be seeing Little Gator Game by Rebel. Half of you will have no idea who Rebel is, but half of you will absolutely love Rebel being here. So that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go.
Don't go anywhere.
we're gonna be right back with Little Gator Game.